You can't out-crunch a shit diet. You only live once. Don't be lazy. We've all heard fitness advice like this before. But what if there's a better way? What if getting healthy could be less about deprivation and more about exploring what our bodies are capable of? The walking habit was sticking. But Alex knew steps weren't the whole story. Strength, flexibility, endurance, they all mattered too. The idea of joining a gym still didn't appeal, but the thought of creating a space at home that felt different. So they started researching. One evening, while scrolling through social media, something caught their eye. An unassuming post showcasing a simple routine on what seemed like a very ordinary yoga mat. But as Alex watched, they realized there was nothing ordinary about it. The routine was designed to help people move better, not just for fitness, but for life. And when Alex saw how the practice improved balance and flexibility, two things they struggled with, they were hooked. A few days later, a small package arrived. Inside was a yoga mat unlike any other. There was no gaudy branding or obnoxious colors. Instead, it had a clean, minimalist vibe. More importantly, it was smart. It used tiny sensors in each corner to track movements and offer real-time feedback through an app. This was going to be the first addition to Alex's home gym. When it arrived, they brought it into the living room and unrolled it. It was thinner than Alex was expecting, but surprisingly sturdy. They followed the instructions, downloaded the app, and got ready to explore. As Alex began the first session, they noticed something. The app gave gentle reminders about their form throughout the routine, not harsh corrections or judgments. It was like having a patient instructor right there in the room with them, guiding them, making sure they were doing it right. At first, the feedback was a bit overwhelming. So many things to focus on at once. But as Alex continued, they started to find a rhythm. They focused on shifting their weight, straightening their spine, and engaging their core. Each adjustment they made felt like a step closer to something better, not just physically, but mentally too. By the end of the session, Alex wasn't just more flexible. They felt more present, more connected to their body. They realized this mat wasn't just a fitness tool. It was an invitation to listen to their body, to understand its needs and limitations. It was a journey, not a destination. The mat's minimalist design fit perfectly into Alex's living space. Its muted colors and subtle branding didn't scream workout. It looked more like a stylish accessory. But its real magic was in the seamless blend of technology and mindfulness. Every time Alex unrolled the mat, they were reminded of their first session. The feeling of being guided, corrected, and encouraged simultaneously. It was a feeling they wanted more of. Later that week, Alex was browsing online, looking for ways to up their home workout game when they stumbled upon an advertisement. It showed a person effortlessly lifting weights, switching between exercises with ease. Intrigued, Alex clicked on it and found a pair of adjustable dumbbells. These were smart dumbbells. They could adjust automatically, track reps, and even analyze form. But would they fit into Alex's small apartment? The website boasted about how compact they were, but Alex wanted more convincing. Then they saw it, a 30-day money-back guarantee. It was risk-free, so Alex placed an order. A few days later, the package arrived. Alex eagerly opened it, revealing two cylindrical objects wrapped in protective packaging. Removing the outer layer, unveiled the dumbbells in all their glory. They were sleek, compact, and packed with technology. Each dumbbell had a digital display that showed the weight, a dial for quick adjustments, and sensors along the sides. The accompanying app was intuitive and helpful. It tracked workouts, suggested exercises, and even analyzed form. Alex decided to start with something light and familiar: bicep curls. As they lifted and lowered the dumbbells, the sensors kicked into action, tracking every movement. When they finished, the app provided feedback on their form, suggesting slight adjustments to get the most out of the exercise. With a few taps, Alex increased the weight and moved on to tricep extensions. Again, the dumbbells and app worked in harmony to guide and assist. By the end of the first session, Alex's arms were pleasantly sore, the kind of soreness that meant they had challenged their muscles, not pushed them beyond their limits. It was a good kind of tired. As the weeks passed, Alex incorporated more exercises into their routine: rows, squats, overhead presses. The dumbbells were incredibly versatile. They allowed Alex to build strength and endurance from the comfort of their home. But it wasn't just about the exercises. It was also about the data the app provided. Charts and graphs that tracked progress over time, which helped Alex stay motivated and see how far they'd come. One day, while scrolling through social media, Alex came across a reel of someone doing a workout on what looked like a regular yoga mat. The routine was simple yet effective. And as Alex watched, they remembered the very first yoga mat, the one that had sparked this journey. Curious to see if anything had changed, Alex checked the website. To their surprise, there was a new version available, with improved sensors and an updated app. It was like a reunion with an old friend. It's time they chose a brighter color, something to add a cheerful vibe to their workouts. When the package arrived, Alex carefully unboxed the mat, revealing a familiar yet somehow different sight. The mat looked similar to the last one, but it also seemed improved. The sensors were more responsive. The app offered more detailed feedback. As Alex began the routine, they noticed a difference immediately. Feedback was more precise, the guidance more tailored. The app now offered suggestions for modifications, making the exercises more accessible. They could choose to make each pose more challenging or adapt it to their current flexibility level. For someone like Alex who enjoyed challenges, this was exciting. They could push themselves further. But what truly stood out was the app's ability to track progress. Every pose, every stretch was documented, creating a visual timeline of improvement. It was incredibly motivating. As the weeks went by, Alex became more flexible, more aware of their body's capabilities. They no longer saw limitations, saw opportunities to grow. The mat's compact design meant it could easily be rolled up and stored away when not in use. Its vibrant color added a cheerful touch to Alex's living space. But its true value lay in what it represented: a commitment to self-discovery, a dedication to becoming stronger, more flexible. It was a reminder that progress, like flexibility, is often found in the smallest, most consistent steps. In the quiet of their own home, Alex had created a sanctuary where they were free to explore, to challenge, and most importantly, to listen to their body. It was a journey that had started with a single step, a walk in the park. But now it was becoming something more, a testament to the power of consistency, the magic of mindfulness, and the strength that comes from embracing challenges, not fearing them. One evening, as Alex was browsing online, they came across an ad for a small Bluetooth speaker. It was advertised as perfect for working out, but what caught Alex's attention was its sleek design and positive reviews. Maybe it was the promise of great sound, maybe the idea of having a dedicated music source during workouts. Whatever the reason, Alex decided to check it out. A few days later, a small package arrived. Inside was a speaker that looked like a mini Bluetooth speaker, unassuming yet stylish. It had a durable finish, a nice grill, and a surprisingly long battery life. When Alex connected it to their phone and played some music, the sound filled the room. It was rich, clear, and surprisingly loud. But would it hold up during a workout? As Alex started their next yoga session, they placed the speaker on the mat beside them. They turned on their favorite playlist and let the music guide their movements. For the first time, Alex noticed a difference. The music kept them motivated, helped them focus on their breathing, and added a fun element to their routine. When it was time for strength training, Alex placed the speaker on a nearby table. The sound bounced off the walls, filling the room with energy. The speaker was small, but the sound it produced was anything but. Not only did the speaker hold up during intense workouts, but it also added to the overall experience. It was like having a personal DJ pumping up the jams when Alex needed it the most. After each session, Alex would take a moment to appreciate the speaker. It was small enough to fit into a corner when not in use, yet it had the power to transform a workout. The speaker had become an integral part of Alex's home gym, a silent partner in their fitness journey.